The man unearthed a long-forgotten map, determined to seek out the legendary ancient sacred tree. His wife, worried about his safety, handed him a ring before his departure. The ring was not only meant to protect him but also served as a keepsake, a small piece of him to hold onto in case he never returned. Just then, a colleague brought devastating news: his wife's tumor had worsened significantly. Realizing she might not survive while he was away, he decided to perform an urgent surgery before leaving, fearing she could pass away at home in his absence. Rallying his colleagues, they began the operation. After hours of effort, they managed to temporarily stabilize her condition, but it was clear this was only a stopgap. Her illness would inevitably return. The man knew that the only way to ensure she could stay by his side was to find the fabled ancient sacred tree. In the following days, he searched relentlessly through medical texts and research materials, hoping to extend his wife's time. However, just as he was preparing to embark on his journey, her condition suddenly deteriorated again. Her body convulsed violently, and in a panic, the man, known as Wolverine, rushed to examine her. To his horror, her heartbeat was weakening and would soon stop entirely. Colleagues hurried over to help, performing emergency resuscitation. Watching the scene, Wolverine was overcome with despair, his hands trembling uncontrollably. At that critical moment, a close friend arrived with surprising news: Wolverine's experimental treatment was showing progress. A test subject's tumor had begun to shrink. Stunned by this revelation, Wolverine dashed back to the lab to retrieve the experimental drug, desperate to inject it into his wife. But when he returned, it was too late. Her heartbeat had stopped completely. Faced with her lifeless body, Wolverine broke down, lashing out at the doctors in a fit of rage. He tried desperately to revive her, but his efforts were in vain. His wife was gone forever. From that day forward, Wolverine spiraled into despair. He abandoned his work as a doctor and gave up on himself entirely, unable to recover from the loss.